Do we think God's character and nature can be changed by our death? So God is, before death, if people have died, God is loving, kind, tolerant, and patient. And after we die, suddenly he changes and becomes vengeful, vindictive, a tormentor and a punisher. No, our death can't change God. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So he is not changed by anything that happens to us in that reality. So if we did die, or if those people do die without knowing Jesus, then God is still loving, kind, and tolerant and patient after they die, and will still offer them the choice of coming to him through Jesus after death. So death and its consequences are completely defeated. So God has saved everyone, and I'm convinced he'll continue actively seeking those still lost in their identity. They're still lost, but they still are his. They're still his children, even though they're lost. Our free will to choose does produce self-inflicted consequences. If we choose to reject what God is offering us, then we live outside of that blessing. The consuming fire of God's love, of his loving presence, is for restoration. It's a restorative justice for those who don't know him. And it's based on the verdict on judgment of the cross. All are innocent, all have been righteous, all are justified. So there are a number of verses which talk about all and what God desires for all. So 1 Timothy 2:4, God who desires all men to be saved and to come to the knowledge of the truth. That's his desire. Now people say, well, that's his desire, but he can't make it happen. Well, when God desires something, I can guarantee that it will eventually take place. God desires all men to be saved. Luke 3:6, all mankind will see God's salvation. All. That doesn't leave anyone out. All mankind will see God's salvation. John 12:32, and if I am lifted up from the earth, talking about the cross, I will draw all men to myself. All men to myself, not some men, all men. Romans 11:32, for God has shut up all in disobedience so that he may show mercy to all. So in other words, in disobedience, in lost identity, there is no way that we can come to God in our own self-effort. It's impossible. But he's shown mercy to all, so we can all come by grace through faith, which is not ours. It's a gift he gives everyone so they can believe. All really does mean all. No one is excluded. Titus 2:11, for the grace of God has appeared, bringing salvation for all people. So how can God's grace bringing salvation for all people be consistent with the eternal damnation of anyone? Well, it can't. And this is where does it say anywhere that people are eternally damned and punished forever? It doesn't. It's inferred through wrong understanding of Bible verses that are talking about the end of the old age, not the end of the world. But very clearly it says God has appeared to bring salvation to all people. 2 Peter 3:9, the Lord is not wishing that any should perish or be lost. That's what the word lost is. Nothing to do with punishment, but to be lost, but all should come or reach reformation, not repentance, reformation, metanoia. So God has made it possible that none should be lost. He doesn't wish anyone to be lost, but all should reach that place of metanoia, of reformation. Now, the word wish in that verse in 2 Peter 3:9 is below me, or below my, will, intend, desire, to plan with full resolve, determination, intention, driving the planning. That's from the Bible dictionary. So this is not wishful thinking, or wouldn't it be nice that all would be saved, all would be reaching reformation? No, this is the intent, the desire, the plan, the resolve, with that full intention that all will come to that knowledge. And the word all, pantas, means whole, the whole, every kind of, every one. Again, it leaves nothing out. All really does mean all.